Okay, so here's the email. There's the subject, your tiling quote for the bathroom. Pete's Tiling is the name, right? Now, this is where you would put the client's email address. I've just used the email address from my website for the test, okay? And now saying he, hi customer, so that's a problem. Should say the name. And it's got, thanks for your inquiry, here's our estimate, and there's all the detail. Now we can clean this up a bit, okay? But how great is that? The customer immediately gets the email with the quote in their email address and gets a response on the chat, which will be SMS. Now we can include this on the website as well for the client, okay? So let's now clean this up a little bit. So let's first mention the issue. The email doesn't mention customer name. It says hello customer. I think it said hi customer. Okay. And what else did I want to refine? It was the conversation. So let me bring that window back up. Okay. I think this is fine. Yeah, look, I think the rest is fine. Let's just add a couple of things. Agent should, let me actually start talking. Agent should start with a greeting and ask the customer what assistance does the customer need, and wait for the customer to say they need a quote. The agent should be conversational. Actually, there was one more thing. And the agent should check with the customer first if they need tiles, or have they already purchased the tiles for the job, because the job may just be an installation job. All right, so there's a couple of improvements. Now, this is what we would do with the client, the tradie. We would sit with them and kind of show them this is the interface, this is the conversation, and work with the client to work out exactly what kind of a conversation flow they want. Okay, before we then finalize the integration with SMS. Right, before you finalize the integration with SMS, you want to finalize the conversation flow and get the client, the trader, to test it with you, sitting down, show them how it works, show them what it's asking, how it's responding, what the quote looks like, what it's using to calculate the quote, what the email looks like, all those things before you do the final step. Right, you want to get sign off. Once you get sign off based on the test user interface, then you integrate to SMS, because once it's in SMS, you don't want to go back and start changing things, because then it's a bigger change. Okay, so you can see that within a very short period of time, we're able to develop this agent, integrate it with the client's tools, right, to generate the quote based on their rate card and the way that they work, the supplies that they use, okay, and we would call their tools, right, their databases, to calculate the estimate. If they don't have that, most of them don't, I'll be honest with you, they have it on Google Sheet or Excel or just on a notebook, okay, and they kind of estimate it manually based on the job size and the materials needed and their own understanding of how long it's going to take. And so we're automating that, right? So we would create a Google Sheet for them, put the details in it, connect everything up to the agent as we have done. And for that piece of work, we charge them $3,000 to $5,000, okay, and a monthly retainer. And they're happy to pay it because it saves them 8 to 10 hours.